Alright, boys. So, if you clicked on this video, you probably want to get started in the gym, or maybe you're already being going to the gym, but you quit. Now you want to start again, and you want some tips, right? That's why you're here. So, I'm gonna give you an action plan. This video is for complete beginners, so if you've never been to a gym or if you've been to a gym before and you've quit and now you want to start again, you got that new year, new me motivation. Good. Well done for coming here. Well done for watching. Well done for clicking on this video. So let's go. So I've got three parts to this video. And first one is more like a mindset, then is a how to for training, and then is a bit of nutrition for you because that's important as well. Right, so how to not quit the gym these years, make muscles and not be a little pussy again, right? You want to start. You just want to start. You cannot wait to be ready. You'll never be ready, man. You will never be ready to start something you never done, right? And the quickest way you're gonna be ready to do something is by doing that thing, by practicing. Other way you'll never be ready. You need to practice something and then you'll be fucking ready for it, right? Imagine yourself, you do 100 workouts. When you get to 101, you'll be fucking ready to go to a gym again and do your 101 workout, right? So don't wait to be ready. You'll never be ready. Just go in there, start training. Slowly, slowly, you're gonna feel more ready to go to a new gym session, right? Next thing, focus on yourself. And what I mean by that is a lot of people, when they start in the gym, they look around and they feel intimidated and all this stuff. And yeah, it's normal. Like there's people there who everybody knows each other, everybody's friends, everybody you're the new guy in the gym, nobody knows you. You're probably fat or you're probably fucking scrawny, and yeah, you get a bit intimidated. It's normal. I got a little bit intimidated when I first started in the gym. You know, everybody was there, friends, we talking. I was alone. I was alone in the gym, and yeah. But slowly, slowly, you get to know people, man. You get to know people. You start talking. You know, people notice you. They see you. You keep coming. They start talking to you, and slowly, slowly, you will make friends. But in the beginning, just, just focus on yourself. Just go there, do your thing. You know, if you want to talk to someone, talk. If someone talks to you, talk. But don't get intimidated by other people just because you're the new guy. Right. Next thing, think of your goal and work towards it. Think about why you are there. This ties into focusing on yourself. Think about why you're there. Think about what you want to achieve, and yeah, just keep working. Right. Other way, you'll never achieve it. Just keep going to the gym, keep training, have that goal in your mind, and just keep going. Right. Next thing, you want to build a habit, and to go to a gym it is a habit, right? It becomes a habit at some point, and you want to build that. You want to build that habit of going to the gym when you have to go. Go there, train, be consistent, build a habit of consistency, I would say, and yeah, just keep training, bro. Next thing, schedule workouts like appointments. The biggest problem most people have is, yeah, I'm going to the gym. I don't know. Maybe this week I'm gonna go once or twice, or they don't know how many times they're gonna go to a gym. They don't know how many times they're gonna train. They don't know what are they gonna train when they go. And because of that, they end up being inconsistent. They end up sometimes not even going to the gym, right? But if you schedule the gym in your calendar or whatever you use, your notebook, if you schedule the gym like an appointment or like your PlayStation, because I'm sure you schedule PlayStation, oh, Friday at 3 p.m. or maybe not at 3 p.m., but you say Friday afternoon I'm gonna play PlayStation, or Saturday morning I'm gonna play PlayStation, Sunday afternoon. Do the same thing with the gym, yeah? Do the same thing with the gym. Oh, Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, gym, or maybe Saturday as well, you choose, right? But do the same thing, schedule the gym like everything else. And if you don't schedule things, you better start doing that because it's going to save you a lot of time. You're going to be way more consistent with all the things you do when you schedule things. When you know at this time on this day, I do this. And by doing that, by knowing that at this time on this day you do this, you're going to be doing that rather than oh yeah, maybe Tuesday I go to the gym, or maybe Wednesday, or maybe that, maybe I need to do that, or maybe that, or maybe. Fuck off, maybe. Remove maybe from your vocabulary, right? Just do what you say you was gonna do, what you had in your schedule, what you planned for, and that's it. If you don't like it, then you don't do it anymore. But if you planned that thing for the day, then go and do it. That's it. Respect your own word. You said you was gonna do one thing, then go and do it. Simple as that. Right, next, let's go into the gym part. So, the first thing I would do if you are a complete beginner, like you've never been in the gym, you don't know shit about the gym, right? I would watch a few tutorials on how to do certain exercises, right? Watch a few videos on YouTube. I'm gonna do a few videos as well on how to certain things, exercises, stretches I wanna do, and yeah, watch a few things, watch how they execute the exercises, and then do your best to replicate. Try not to get injured. That's the main thing. What I would do as a complete beginner, I would start with compound exercises, compound movements, and these are your bench, your squat, your deadlift, your rows, barbell rows. Everything there's a barbell, everything there's dumbbells, free movements. Yeah, I would start with those exercises, those big exercises that involve more muscles, right? If I was a complete beginner, I wouldn't go and do a pec deck and bicep curl and the leg extension because you're gonna destroy those muscles, exactly those muscles. I would rather go and do some big compound movements, get some pain a little bit everywhere in my body, but I can still move, rather than destroy my bicep with some isolation, some bicep curls, and not be able to lift my arm, not be able to lift anything with my arm. Or you do some pec deck, because most people, that's what they do. They go to the gym and they start with the small machines, with the small isolation exercises, when you haven't built the foundation yet. You gotta build the foundation. So go and do your start with compound movements, compound exercises, build the physique, build the body, build the foundation, and then you can start going into isolation exercises. But that's what I would do. I would start with compound movements. Right. The next thing, and this is a bit uh, opposite to what I just said, but I'm gonna explain it now. Next thing is do the exercises you enjoy most in the beginning and slowly delve into everything else. And I say that because if you do what you enjoy most, you're probably more likely to stick to it, to stick to the gym. So what I mean with this is within the compound movements, start with what you like the most, right? You might not like some compound movements, you might not like some exercises, but I would still stick with them and have some isolation, a little bit, not too much, but stick with the compound movements and then you can do more isolation, right? Next thing I would do is for the for first few workouts, stretch at the end of each workout. Stretch every muscles you worked. Stretch it. That's to relieve soreness in the next few days and get you to go again in the gym. Because if you don't stretch, you're probably gonna get you're gonna get sore anyway, but you're gonna get a bit less sore if you stretch at the end of your workout. Stretch, hoping to get less sore than you would if you didn't stretch, and then go again in a couple of days or in 3 days. Go again, train again. It's gonna get blood flow going again to those muscles, and that's gonna help relieve the pain when you get the blood flow going. And then at the end of the workout, stretch again when you're warm, once you're still warm, and that's gonna get the pain to go away slowly, slowly. But you have to sacrifice yourself a little bit. You will have some pain. It is what it is. But yeah, it does take some sacrifice if you want to build a good physique, a good body, you know. Right. Next is build a habit of consistency. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, even when you don't like it. Just keep going. You you want to build that habit of going to the gym. And some days you might not feel like going, but once you're there, because that happened to me so many times. You don't feel like training, you don't feel like going, but once you're there, you're in the gym, then you go, fuck it, let's train, and you start lifting, you start doing something, and then so many times it ends up being one of your best sessions. One of the sessions where you just pushed like a motherfucker and you smashed everything. And that was a day when you didn't want to train. Imagine if you didn't go, right? Imagine if you didn't go, you wouldn't have had this crazy good session. And one more thing is, even if you don't feel like training, you go there and you have a shit session, right? That shit session is gonna add up to all the other sessions you had, right? But if you don't go and have that shit session, there is nothing to add up to the good session. So you'll have maybe one good session, then you skip one session, then you have another session where you felt like training, then you again skip one session. Imagine if you just had session, good session, shit session, good session, shit session. Now they all add up. They all add up, right? You haven't had one skip, one skip. No, you had one good, one okay. One good, one okay, and they all add up. Now you got 6 sessions instead of 3 sessions where you felt like going, right? So don't just go when you feel like going. Go when you said you was gonna go. Go there, and once you're there so many times, you end up having a good session anyway. You start training a little bit, and you start pushing yourself, and you end up having a good session so many times, you know. Another thing I didn't put here is maybe start with 2 workouts per week at the begin. 2 workouts per week, I think is okay at the begin, to ease into it. I don't want to do too much and then you are like overwhelmed by all this stuff. You want to do like 2 workouts, then you go to 3 workouts, then you go to 4 if you want. But for me, 3 workouts per week is pretty good. If you do 3 workouts per week, you are you're pretty good. Yeah, and then next thing, if you don't like working out on your own, just get someone who's a beginner like you, or maybe find someone who's already going to the gym. Maybe you have some friends that are already going to the gym, and they can help you. They can show you how to do some exercises properly. So yeah, get a gym buddy or enjoy your own company. I like to work out by myself, for example, unless there is someone who's really gonna push me. I like to work out by myself. I like to just be in my zoned in my thing, focused and push myself. I'm pretty good at pushing myself. Right, next, this is a bit of nutrition. And the main thing I would say if you're a complete beginner, just focus on getting your protein and that's it. Don't really think about other things for your first month, 2 months. Just focus on getting your protein and then slowly, slowly as you got your protein dialed in, you're consistent with getting your protein every single day, you're hitting your protein. Then you start looking at, okay, how many calories should I eat? How many fats, how many carbs? Then you start being a bit more specific with everything. But in the beginning, if you're a complete beginner, I'd say just focus on getting your protein in, because that's the main thing you need to build muscle to recover. You don't need carbs as well, you do need fats, and obviously you are gonna eat them, but protein is the main building block for muscle. So focus on that. The way I would calculate how much protein you need is I would just double your weight in kilogram. So if you are, for example, if you are 80 kg, I would just do times two, and that would be like 160, 160 grams of protein. But if you are 80 kg and you are pretty fat, then I would round it down to 75, 70. Depends how fat you are. Because really, your protein, the way you should do it is like lean body mass times two. Or 2.2 if you want to be more picky. I just do two and that's enough. So that's how I would calculate how much protein you need. Just yeah, time your body weight by two. If you are a bit too fat, then maybe a smaller number than your body weight. Remove 5 kilos, for example, and that's your protein target. If you are very skinny instead, then maybe I'll do a higher number than your body weight. So if you are like 70, but you're very skinny, you're 70 kg and very, very skinny, like very slim, you got no muscle, nothing, then I'll do maybe 80 because your desired lean body mass is about 80 kilos. Once you put a bit of muscle on you, you want to be about 80, maybe even 85. So to eat a bit more protein, it wouldn't hurt you. Right, so one more thing I'm gonna say is this. If you like motivation, this is something that should motivate you. When you go to a gym and you get a pump and you look in the mirror, yeah, that's you in a year or 6 months, maybe a year, but that's you in the future. Yeah, you can see yourself in the future when you have a pump because in a year or 6 months to a year, depends how fast you build muscle, depends how consistent you are. Let's just say a year. In a year, what you look like now with the pump, you're gonna look like that without the pump. That's gonna be your body without even a pump. And when you're gonna have a pump, you're gonna look even better, right? But every time you get a pump now, you see yourself what you're gonna look like in a year, right? So that should really motivate you. That should really, every time you look in the mirror, you should be like, oh wow, I'm gonna look like that in a year. And and that should make you want to keep training, right? Because you can see what you're gonna look like in the future, in a year. You're gonna look like that. Yeah, so hopefully that motivates you. Hopefully you get motivated. You're at home, you don't want to go work out. Remember, oh, I want to see myself in a year. Yeah. Alright, guys, this is it for today. If you need any help, if you need coaching, if you need my help, this is what I do. I help guys like you become fucking machines in their body, in their mind, help people become disciplined and consistent in the gym. No fucking excuses. No, oh, I'm tired. No, none of this shit. We find a solution to everything. So if you want my help, hit me up. Link is in the description, my Instagram. And let's get it. 2025 is here, boys. Let's go.